engines. We've developed gas engines and turbine engines for marine use and stationary use, all with environmental protection in mind. After completing the work, clean and inspect the crankcase, and then run the lubricating oil priming pump. Check the lubrication conditions. Loosen the indicator valve and check that it turns easily. After these operations are completed, carry out a dry run. If no abnormalities are found, start up the engine. After that, touch each part with your bare hands to make sure there are no abnormalities such as heat generation. After turning off the engine, remove the side covers and measure the temperature of the bearings. At the same time, touch them with your bare hands to make sure there are no abnormalities. This concludes the inspection and maintenance procedures. Be sure to perform these procedures according to the maintenance manual. Also, take note of the following. Wear appropriate clothing for safety. Check signals thoroughly. Be neat and tidy. Organize your work environment. Organize your tools. Keep measurement data properly. Use only genuine parts. Pay attention to tally marks. Strictly observe torque specifications. Strictly observe pressure specifications for the hydraulic jack. Strictly observe maintenance schedules. For your safety, warning labels and caution labels are posted on the machines. On the labels, there is important safety information. Read the labels thoroughly and use extreme caution while performing maintenance and operating procedures. Thank you for watching, and after reading the maintenance manual thoroughly, be sure to conduct these maintenance and inspection procedures regularly to keep the engine running at top performance levels. The DK26 engine was developed on 5 concepts. Increased reliability and durability, reduced maintenance costs, environmental protection, increased efficiency and compactness. This diagram shows the margin of mechanical strength of the DK26. 20 years of nitrous oxide emission research has given us an engine that is environmentally friendly. For example, an unmodified DK26 clears IMO standards at a fuel consumption rate considerably less than that of a standard engine. The dismantling and assembly times have also been substantially shortened as compared to previous engines. This diagram shows the DK26's performance levels. 750 RPMs at 1,618 kilowatt-hours. It runs efficiently with an exhaust gas temperature of 350 degrees at 100% load, a combustion pressure of 15.7 megapascals and a fuel consumption rate of 190 grams per kilowatt hour. In accordance with ISO standards, the cylinder numbers from cylinder number 1 start on the flywheel side, and the main bearings are numbered in the same way. This video explains the proper maintenance procedures for the DK26 engine, starting with the cylinder head section, fuel oil injection pump maintenance, piston and connecting rod section, and main bearing shell section. First, the cylinder head. The tools needed for dismantling should be prepared and laid out as shown. Before beginning the dismantling process, turn the governor wrench handle to the stop position and close the valves on the air tank as well as the main valves. Then drain the jacket cooling water from the engine. After that, open the indicator valves on all of the cylinders. Remove the injection pump cover. Now remove the top and bottom of the cylinder head cover. Next, remove the nozzle cooling outlet, the high-pressure leak oil pipe, the rocker arm oil inlet pipe, the fuel nozzle holder leak oil pipe, and the starting air pilot pipe. After that, remove the injection block. After removing the fuel oil injection block, place a cap over the injection pump so that no foreign objects enter the nozzle. Remove the nozzle holders, inlet connector, and guide. Loosen the bolt on the main cooling water outlet pipe and the cylinder head to remove the main cooling water outlet pipe. Loosen the rocker arm nut and remove the rocker arms. Now remove the rocker arm T-yokes and push rods. Pull out the nozzle holder with the special tool. Remove the tightening bolts for the exhaust manifold. Attach the hydraulic jack. Screw the tension bolt in completely. Make sure the recessed part faces axially so that the jack stand does not touch the next cylinder head. Insert the hydraulic jack into the tension bolt. Screw the hydraulic jack in completely until it sits on the stand with no gaps. Then twist it back one full turn. Bring the hydraulic jack up to specified pressure. Loosen the tightening nuts. Next, turn the pump's relief valve to gradually lower the hydraulic pressure. Then remove the hydraulic jack and loosen the nut. Next, attach the cylinder head lifting tool and remove the cylinder head. After pulling out the cylinder head, put covers over the cylinder liner and intake manifold so that no foreign objects get into the engine. Also, when setting the cylinder head down, take care not to damage the combustion surface. Remove the indicator and safety valve. Attach the special removing tool to remove the valve counters of the intake and exhaust valves. Remove the valve rotators, valve springs, and stop rings. Next, cylinder head maintenance. Mark the combustion surface of each valve before pulling them out from the cylinder head. Before maintenance, check for carbon buildup. Clean the combustion surface with care. Also, do not use a burner to remove carbon. The combustion surface is exposed to high heat and high pressure, so perform a color check and examine the surface carefully for cracks. The stem diameter of the intake and exhaust valves are measured with a micrometer. Also, measure the valve seat height with vernier calipers. After removing the intake and exhaust guide upper O-rings, clean the inside. Then measure the guides. Record these measurements. Next, the grinding of the intake and exhaust valves. Apply oil to the stem. Apply carborundum to the valve seat to start the grinding process. A valve is lapped to its seat by tapping the valve while turning it. Be sure to use carborundum in the proper order, from coarse to fine. When the grinding is complete, wipe off the carborundum completely. Apply oil and repeat the process with oil. Finally, check the valve seat contact with bearing blue. Assemble the intake and exhaust valves in the reverse order of their dismantling. Before assembling the valves, fit new O-rings into the valve guides and apply grease. Since the intake and exhaust valves are the same size, be sure to check their markings. Apply oil to the valve stems and carefully insert the intake and exhaust valves. Then fit the stop ring.